Man, I love teacher shirts. You know, the all-in-one stuff. Good stuff. So, these vlogs are going to get repetitive because, like I said, I'm on a block schedule. So what I did on a purple day is going to be the same thing I do on a gold day. Today happens to be a gold day. And so we did the same thing as yesterday. It worked a little bit better because I knew that we weren't going to have good technology and all that stuff. But I probably should have revamped it a little bit more than I did. I did change some of the instructions, but of course they have to read the slide to get the instructions, and they didn't. So I still had to do some of that. And then one of the classes I should have really cut down and made it a little easier to understand because they were still struggling with that. And then my honors class did get as far as the last one did yesterday, so that was kind of strange. I expected them to finish it like the other class did. We did have time to go over the information, but that's because I stuck to the 45 minutes and didn't add time, and we went straight through. So I don't know. I'll have to fix that if I'm going to use it in the future when I'm actually a teacher. But yeah, so they did pretty good with it. My average class today did a lot better today than last average class did. And a couple of the girls that aren't usually super focused during the lecture were actually really getting stuff done. There were two girls that were together. I think one is a veterans, which means she's a 12th grader and 11th grade class again. And the other one, she's usually on her phone the whole class pretty much. And so she was on her phone a lot, but for the most part, they were getting work done. They were asking me questions. I would come over and check on them, and they got a pretty good chunk of the activity done. So I was very impressed. And so there was some gains that came out of this activity, but there's also a lot of things that I still need to fix, mainly the instructions and then just the amount of activities I put in there. I think it was a little much for both classes, really. I think, to be honest, I probably should do what I did for the average class for the honors and then cut that even more for an average class. But hey, you live and you learn, and I'm just trying stuff out right now. So yeah, earlier I stayed at school. My co-op rode his bike to class, which is very interesting. He said it's a 6-mile bike ride, and I'm like, nope, not for me, nope. But more power to you. And so he left out a little bit earlier so he can get down the road. But I stayed. School gets out at 2:05, and I stayed until 3:05 grading papers for the activity that I did. And I need to work smarter, not harder. I really need to do that because I had every kid write their answers. Even though I let them work in partner, I had every student write their answers on a piece of paper. So I had to grade each one. And I was told today by one of my students, he's so funny, I pronounce his name wrong and he gets annoyed at it, but I don't think about how to pronounce it before I say it. Because I know more the way I say it, know more people with the name the way I say it than I do his name, and I won't tell you his name just to be safe. But he was like, so can we have one piece of paper for each group? And I was like, no, I'd rather you have one piece of paper each person in your group. And he was like, so you'd rather? And I was like, just do one piece of paper per person in your group. And somebody was like, wouldn't it be smarter to have one piece of paper for the whole group? And I was like, so now I'm not smart? You try to say I'm not smart? And they started laughing. Then his friends was like, he did not say that. And I was like, no, we're just gonna stick with the thing. By that time I was kind of having my prideful moment. I was like, no, I said do this, so we're gonna do it. Even if what you're saying is a valid suggestion to make my life easier, I'm gonna make it harder because I want to be right. I'm the teacher and I want to be right. And so I kind of kicked myself in the butt for that one. But he did his own work on his own piece of paper, so I guess I won. I don't know. Guess there's not really winning that battle when I just create more work for myself. So that's pretty much all that happened today. There's nothing really new other than I have a buttload of grading to do now, and I still need to come up with lesson plans for next week because I can't figure out how to like structure my unit, and I get sidetracked a lot of times when I'm working on one thing and then I'm like, oh wait, but I need to do this thing to complete this, and then I just keep going back and forth. So I think I finally got my thoughts together about how I want to do my unit, and so I need to start just cranking out lesson plans. So I'm trying to get 2 tonight, but I know whenever I say something in this video, the next video I'm like, I actually didn't get there, but I'm gonna try and do it tonight, whatever. So I'm gonna try and get 2, but I'm definitely gonna get 1, like definitely gonna get 1. I'm making my mind up, I'm doing it. So yeah, so that's what I am determined to get done tonight. I only graded like 1 class today out of the 4 I have to grade, but if I get anything done tonight, it's going to be the first lesson plan for my unit that I have to do next week. So there is urgency behind me having to get stuff done, and I know that, and I just need to do it. I need to sit down and do it. It just takes too long for me to do stuff. It's just, you have to come up with the ideas, and then you have to put them into a feasible activity, and you have to figure out like, in your class, what would they really want to do, like the students, and then you have to figure out, well, what can you do with the resources you have, and you just gotta like jam it out and plan it and everything, and it's just a lot of stuff. You're and I like block schedule, but I also hate block schedule because the classes are an hour and a half long, and so you have to plan for an hour and a half worth of activities, which sometimes when you're doing it, it goes by fast, but when you're trying to think of things to make it last the whole time, it's like so much stuff. So I gotta get that done, and we will get it done. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop this one so I can get stuff done and eat some dinner. But remember, make today great.